Howdy toddy everybody, this is Tommy with Colonel Reb Scale Models coming at you with my entry video for yet another group build. Hopefully I'll finish this one. For the egg plane group build hosted by Munchkin Modeling Man and Charlie Mack. Goes through April, so it ends this April. And like I said, hopefully I can get finished with it. This is what I probably will do most likely, and I know there's a couple of builders out there who are also choosing this one, but this just happens to be my favorite World War II plane since I was a kid. I have a lot of these kits in different scales, lots of books on them, watched the movies. It's just always been my favorite. Anyway, so this is the P-40E Warhawk of Colonel Robert Scott Jr., who served with the Flying Tigers after they had been absorbed by the U.S. Army. And the original Flying Tigers started before the Japanese attacked Pearl Harbor, so they were fighting as volunteers, the AVG, in China, trying to protect them from the Japanese invasion, since their war had been going on since the late 30s. And then once the U.S. got into the war, then the group was absorbed by the U.S. Army. The plane, his number was 7, and I know this little kit doesn't have that as far as the decals, but and the tail fin number is incorrect as well. But I'm going to try to do something with the decals that come with it, because there's two options. One's a British plane and one's the Flying Tigers one. Try to do something with it to make it a little closer to accurate on that, and we'll see how that goes. I was going to paint it a camouflage, but I think I'm going to stick back with what his plane originally looked like, which was this color. And he also did fly a K after this one, and then he also flew the B from like what they originally had to start the group with. So this was actually his, I guess his second plane, but he was an ace. He recorded enough kills to be classified as an ace, and I never heard of him when I read the original books. I guess because he came in toward the end of the group. Maybe I'm not really sure if he came in after I just don't know his history. But I do have pictures I'm going to put into the video of him and his plane that I'm going to try to replicate as best I can. There'll be some differences of the plane itself. As far as like the nose was not red, it was actually the olive drab. But I was hoping to not have to paint it, but I think I am, unless I can buff these out on mine. And I don't know if the other guys that are building it came across this. You see those marks? They're not really swirl marks. It looks like something was like rested against it or something. You can see there's also some ejector pin marks right there, but it's that way on both the top. This is the bottom of the wings, and then also on the tops of the wings. But I'm hoping maybe I can sand that out, get that to come out, and then if I do, then I won't paint it. If not, if I can't get it to work out, then I'll primer and paint it. But that's most likely the kit that I'm going to do for the build, and like I said, hopefully I can get it finished. If I choose a different path, I might go, just to be different from everybody, I might go with this F2, which is basically an F-16 that was built jointly with the Japanese Self-Defense Forces. So it's a little different than the Fighting Falcon that the U.S. has. The wings are a little bit larger, the nose is a little bit larger, and the tail fins are a little bit wider, and it's got a larger intake. So it's a little bit different because it was built jointly with the companies here in the United States and Japan. It's got a really cool dark blue, light bluish, medium blue color camouflage. So that would be another possibility. And then finally, if I didn't choose that one, I might go with this one. This is the F-86 Sabre that I think somebody in the community was trying to purchase and then maybe got the wrong plane, possibly, I don't know, maybe like a Russian plane instead, and is building that now. It makes me, I'm pretty sure I saw somebody incorrectly get another plane that they thought that they were maybe ordering this F-86 Sabre and instead got the MiG-15 that was, it's a kind of like its rival at the time. Not really sure. Maybe y'all can help me out with that if anybody else remembers that or not. Just post that in the comments. But anyway, those are 2 other choices. I just got those recently from a friend of mine that y'all all know, Papa Dan, who was visiting some of the model shops up there in Michigan while he was up there, and came back through, stayed here, and then I got those from him. But most likely it's going to be the Warhawk. And hopefully, like I said, I can maybe squeak by without painting it, but if not, I'll just paint it, and don't know about the seam lines and stuff like that if it has any. This is going to be my first egg plane, even though I have like the Space Shuttle, but other people are doing that. The Blackbird, but other people are doing that. And even though there's a couple others that are doing this one, I'm going to go ahead and probably do this one 90%. If not, it'll be one of those other 2 I showed you. But anyway, that's my entry, so hopefully I can get it done on time. If not, it'll get done at some point, I guess. But I appreciate Charlie Mack and Dan hosting this egg plane group build. It's good to see a lot of people participating. Seems like there's a lot of excitement around these little planes, and they are pretty cool. There's no doubt about that. And they're a shelf saver. They don't take up a lot of space. So anyway, that's it for me, guys. I know it's been a while since I've done anything. I've been building some things off camera, but you know, not really nothing that is worthy of showing or taking the time to make a video of. But anyway, that's my entry, or entries, whichever one I choose. And hopefully we'll see you soon with the final reveal, or at least an update. As always, howdy toddy, and God bless.